Hey everyone, trademark attorney Angela Langlots here, back to answer more of your trademark questions. Send me a comment if you want to give me a shout out. I'm going to go ahead and share this to my Trademark Doctor page. Let's see, here I am going live. I'm going to share it to my page so that everyone there can see it. Hope everybody's doing well. And I'm going to talk today about, do I have to use my trademark before I apply for a registration? It's really, really hard to type and talk at the same time. So forgive me that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I think I can edit this post to put in the title. I'm going to do that on my page right now. Oops, let me move that over. Got a bunch of stuff going on here. Hey, Armando. How are you doing? Okay, well, I'm trying to edit this post. It's not really working. I don't think I can actually change the title. Hey, Charlie, of the live stream until, let me just cancel out of here. I don't think I can change the title of the live stream until I finish it. Not really sure why that is, but that is the case. So, hey, Stephen, thanks for the love heart shower or the thumbs up or whatever that is. And, oops, I'm just going to stay right there. So hope everybody's well. I'd like to talk about something. I'm going to move my watermark around just a little bit here. Oopsie, where am I going? Messing everything up. Okay, there it is. Today I would like to talk about, now that I have some eyeballs on me. Oh, wait, everybody left. It's okay. I'm going to talk anyway because y'all need to hear this. Today I'm going to talk about, do I have to use my trademark before I apply for a registration? Now, as most of you know, I'm going to tell you if you don't know, as most of you know, you actually don't have trademark rights, with rare exception, in the absence of use, right? So actually, no, that's without exception. You don't have the exclusive right to use a brand unless you actually prove that you are at some point using it. So I want to talk about use and how you can file a trademark application for a mark that you're not actually using yet. And this is really useful in a situation where you really want to invest in your brand and maybe you want to do some testing, right? And you're not actually using the brand yet, but you kind of want to reserve it because you want to get all your marketing materials, done up and everything. But you're really afraid that someone's going to, file the application for registration for that brand or something similar before you can do that, right? So the trademark office, in its wisdom, actually, it's probably Congress in its statutes, in its wisdom, has provided a filing basis. So you either file based on your use, or there's another filing basis called intent to use. When you file a trademark based on your bona fide, and notice how I said bona fide, it can't be fake, it has to be real and in good faith, based on your bona fide intent to use that mark in commerce, you can actually file it even though you're not actually using it yet. Now, do you have to prove use? Yes, eventually. You're going to have to file something called a statement of use that shows what's called a specimen. And I know that sounds like something that you leave in the little cup at the doctor's office, but the specimen in a trademark context is just a proof that you're actually using it and how you're using it. For example, let's say that you wanted to use a certain brand on clothing. You could actually put that brand either on the clothing itself, like think about Nike. Sometimes Nike puts their little swoosh on the clothing. Under Armour, they always display their logo prominently on their clothing. Adidas does the same thing with the 3 stripes. Those 3 stripes are actually a registered trademark, and they often put the words Adidas on their clothing as well. So you can put it on the goods, or you can put it on a label for the goods, like say your goods come in a box, and that's how it's sold. You could actually apply the mark directly to the label, or apply it, like directly to the box, or apply it to a label that's stuck on the box, or to a hang tag, right? So, you know, clothing has a hang tag. The brand is often, in fact, almost always on the hang tag. Another thing that you can do, what if your goods are super small, right? So how do you provide a specimen showing use for goods like maybe like pens, right? So maybe this pen is so small it's hard for me to put my brand on it. Well, I can have what's called a point of sale display, right? So I can put my brand on the point of sale display and put the pen in it, and that's considered trademark use. It just so happens that this is a Uniball Vision Elite, and it just so happens that the brand is actually on it in pretty small letters that probably don't show up very well on video, but it's here. Anyway, so you can file, getting back to the original point of this video, you can apply to register a mark based on your bona fide intent to use it in commerce at some point in the future. So how does that work? What happens is, oh, somebody's pinging me. I'm going to ignore it. What happens is you will get, once your mark is approved, if your mark is approved, you will get what's called a notice of allowance from the trademark office, basically saying, we don't have any problem with your mark, and now you need to show us that you're actually using it. So you need to submit a statement of use. And the statement of use tells what goods you're using it on. Actually, you've already told them what goods you want to use it on in your original application. But the statement of use just says, we have been, we started using it on this date. And here is a specimen. Again, funny term, but here's a specimen showing our use. And once you file that, then the mark can be published for opposition and continue the regular registration process. So you have 6 months to file that statement of use. Well, what if you're not ready to show use in 6 months because you haven't gotten your ducks in a row yet? No problem. You can extend that 6-month period for a fee, of course, for an additional 2.5 years. So you get basically 3 years to show use of the mark in commerce. What happens if you can't show use of the mark in commerce in 3 years? Well, that's okay. You can just file it again unless somebody has filed for the mark ahead of you. Then you would be second in line. Anyway, that's too complicated for this video. But anyway, you have basically 3 years to prove use. So that is how you file a trademark application for a mark that you're not actually using yet, but that you plan to use in the future. Does anyone have any comments or questions? I'm not seeing any comments. I'm seeing one person watching me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll wait for a minute to see if anyone has any comments or wants to tell me anything or wants to spur me to go off on some kind of interesting tangent down the little rabbit hole. Just let me know. Anyone? I'm drinking my tea, of course. This is a turmeric ginger licorice tea. I got it at Trader Joe's. It's really delicious. All right, well, if there aren't any comments, I'm gonna sign off until tomorrow, where I'll do another one of these Facebook Lives. People seem to really like them and getting a lot of good feedback about them. So go ahead and either message me here if you have trademark issues or find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net. Thanks, everyone.